दयाकरं दयाकारं दान्तं धर्मप्रवर्तकं प्रणमामि दयानन्दं मदाचार्यवरं परम्. Yes, hope you are all enjoying the retreat, the place as well as the teaching, the company of one and all. Nice thing to keep happening again and again. Vijay Swamiji has made it happen, honestly, right from 2018 when Paramarthananda opened it. He had this sort of a thinking that this Swamiji's place, people should come and all that. And all the acharyas of Swamiji are all very enthusiastic. When they come here, they feel sort of their Kshetranam is complete. Even though they go to all other ashrams and all that, they feel very connected. And that is very important because Pujya Swamiji always made people connect with him more than in the sense that is generally the teacher and the teaching come together. That is what they say. But he is much more than that. Apart from what the Sampradaya tells, the teacher talks about only the teacher and teaching come together because your personality has to be kept aside. The teacher has to replace your personality. Till the time the teaching is taken to a certain threshold limits. Thereafter it's up to you. But till then the teacher has to handhold. For that, because if only a knower can know, you are kept aside, then who is going to know? So, Guru, that is why he is considered more than Bhagavan. So,
the whole Upanishad concluded Acharya Purusha.
Yeah. Yes. So Swamiji, there is one particular, I don't know whether you know, one particular retreat, I have transcribed it fully. No, it's not yet published, it is in abeyance. One particular camp, the topic is Acharya Purusha.
Wow.
7 days.
Oh.
Just imagine, that is why Swamiji is again the dilation of a topic. Take one word, you will say, I have told you also many times, Padartha, give me one word, I will teach entire Vedanta. So, because he says, the everything, whatever the Rishis told, it's not just like that, everything is, the Acharyavan Purusha Veda, see the confidence of the Shruti. Acharyavan, in the sense, once you, whether you learn or not, it doesn't talk about. Once you have an Acharya, you have made it. That means, see the role of the Acharya. He has to, that is what, that even that typical that Radha Kalpana and Partha Sarathi. Sarathi is your Buddhi. Buddhim cha Sarathim Vidhi. Bhagavan Gita itself. So, Buddhi and Sarathi are equal. That means the vision of the Guru, vision of the teacher, Bhagavan has to get into your head. Then your head is not personality, your head is the Guru and Bhagavan. That will start guiding you throughout your life. Thereafter, in the sense, generally, you always feel, for transacting purpose, even if you know, for transacting purpose, a person is needed, so a medium is needed, all are generally told. But that is okay till the time the person understands. Once the understanding is thorough, these things do not matter really. You don't need a person. The Satyam Ayatanam, Satyam Param Dhimahi. Satyam is the everything. You don't need a person. The Satyam will take you through. It will, in the sense, how will I eat? Everything will happen. It's all phenomenal. Whenever you are hungry, you will go eat. Whenever you are thirsty, you will drink. It is not because a karta is there and they're all unnecessary, because either we want to justify or we don't know. Either way. Swamiji used to say either it is innocence or ignorance. You can give the benefit of doubt. But once we are there with the teaching and all that, we should drop those words, all those props. Somebody used to say, all those props in life drop. You don't need a person. teaching will take care. The being. That is why just be. You don't have to do. Karma and karta both are different. Karma is work. Work will be done. You don't need a karta for that. Or you don't have to assume to be a karta. Nimitta matram bhava. All those things Bhagavan himself has told. Gita and all the acharyas are telling that. So that sort of the hang-up part of it we should. You should be there. No, not necessary. Once you are through with the teaching, you don't have need that. Okay, let him listen. Coffee shop. It's fine. Okay, now.
Hari Om Swamiji. My question is, what is the difference between Vividisha Sannyasi and Ajnani Grihastha? Also, what is the difference between a Jnani Sannyasi and a Jnani Grihastha?
First, Vividisha Sannyasi and Ajnani Grihastha. So, of course, no point in labeling anyone as Ajnani Grihastha. Everyone is in the queue. Everyone knows a little bit. Swamiji always used to say, he is eating with his hand. What more Jnana? How do you call him a Jnani? Not? So, that much of Jnana he has. How can you call him a Jnani? So, that label and all is removed. Okay, that Vividisha. Vividisha meaning Veditum Icha. Vividisha, the word itself is Veditum Icha means you already got the yearning to learn. Icha. Icha means San Pratyaya is reverentially given. That's what in Shastra, the Vedic language is. Veditum Icha Vividisha, the San Pratyaya is there. It is a reverential pratyaya. In the sense you are already one step above in terms of you want to know that earning the urge is already there. It's already come. The question has already come. So that is in the sense you are definitely one step above a grihastha who is still not a Vividisha, but he is still doing his work, dharmama pannirukka, ella pannirukkalam, whatever dharmama irukkalam, bhagavanoda vendinte ella, but he is still not got that Veditum Icha. So definitely the difference is there. Veditum Icha, that is why Vividisha, Sannyasi or Karma Yogi is one step above than even a service-minded person. A person may be ethically living a good life, helping people, but if Ishvara Prajna is not there, and that is not Karma Yoga, that is only Seva. It's fine. Okay, you will get it. Since anyway, Punyam you will learn, but somebody will guide him and then you will take to, or because of samskara he had that, what you call Ishvara in the family and all that, slowly he will get. So there is a difference. In the two, the difference is only, one is more aware of the Ishvara and Veditum Icha. So he is the queue, is ahead of you in the queue. That's all.
Swamiji, also the second
Another
one,
is
difference between Jnani Sannyasi and a Jnani Grihastha.
See, there again Bhagavan is very clear. Karma Yoga is we can say Jnani Grihastha. Jnani Sannyasi is a lifestyle difference. Grihastha is a third ashrama, sannyasa is fourth ashrama. It's a lifestyle difference, that's all. But Sarva Karma Sannyasa, there is no choice. Sarva Karma Sannyasa is what? Atmacha Brahma. If that understanding is there, wherever you are a Sarva Karma Sannyasi. So there is no difference. Now, what is the difference when you ask? The very fact you think there is a difference is because he knows cognitively, but he may not be living the learning. So, whether he is staying as a grihastha by choice or by prarabdha, or the guru feels you are not yet ready, or you yourself feel that you have that certain, in the sense, unless you test it out, you won't know whether you are ready or not. So that is why that vanaprastha and all are kept in between. You must be able to live a life of a sannyasi, even that's why they call Janaka Deha, Krishna and Vishnu Puranam says Krishna Janakadeya, as if both of them are one and the same. It is very difficult, no? Krishna Janakadeya, equating with Krishna Janakadeya, we don't know. And Shankara himself says, if he is a karma yogi, if he is not at that, the cognitive understanding is not yet become oneness. Okay, still he is a karma yogi. Give him the benefit of it. If he has that oneness, he can, wherever he is there, he can be a sannyasi. So, but we are all interested in, like Bhagavad Gita says, jnana karma sannyasa, sarva karma sannyasa, in terms of understanding where there is no choice. So, intelligent living is to become choiceless in life. So, choiceless is what? In understanding only, not in lifestyle.
Okay.
Even sannyasa, what they say, kaupinavantaha, kalubhakyavantaha. அப்படி பார்த்தா ரமண மகர்ஷி மட்டும்தான் அது ஒன்லி சன்னியாசி. None of us are kaupinavantaha. So the nomenclature again, sannyasa is the fourth ashram, that's all. Still it's a nomenclature only. Nama rupa da, adume. Doesn't make you any different. Understanding, most important part is reality. Understanding reality. That is no choice.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Hari Om Swamiji. Upanishads நம்ம படிக்கும்போது the general format of all the Upanishads, methodology varies, but generally the Brahma Satyam, Jagat Mithya and Aikyam வருது. But one text uniquely which we studied was Saddarshanam, where Ramana Maharshi does not describe about creation at all. Upanishadல creation it differs. Methodology ஒன்று இப்போ சாந்தோக்கியத்தில் ஒரு மாதிரி இருக்குது, தைத்திரிய உபநிஷத்தில் ஒரு மாதிரி இருக்குது. பட் ஹீ டசன், அவரோட சத்தர்ஷனும் சரி, பட் கொஸ்டின் ஆன்சர் அவர் கிரியேஷன் பற்றி டசன் என்கரேஜ் அபவுட் கிரியேஷன் ஆர் காட். ஒன்று அறிஞ்சிக்கோ, ஒன்று அறிஞ்சிட்டா இன்னொன்று இருக்கா இல்லையான்னு பாருங்கள். இஸ் திஸ் அப்ரோச் சாங்ஷன் பை த உபனிஷத்ஸ் ஆர் இஸ்
Mandukya Upanishad?
ஓகே, அதான் சரி.
Mandukya Upanishad straight away says Ajaha. Whereas Taittiriya Upanishad say Janmadhyataha, even Brahma Sutra, Janmasadya, first sutram, and Yato va imani bhutani jayante and jatani jivanti. So as if there is something coming, something getting sustained and something resolving and all that. Whereas Mandukya Alada Santi Prakaranam says
no creation.
Nothing has come. Yeah. Even the Alada Santi, that pattern, nothing has come, nothing is resolved. Ajati vata. Ajaya mano bahuda vijayate. So it is a level of understanding, that's all. It is only out of compassion they are telling there is some creation, manifestation and all, so that you can live a sane life till the time you understand.
So creation theory is for
There's
first
no
level.
creation.
Okay,
What is this? There is no creation.
இல்லை negate
Only
பண்ணுறது.
manifestation.
அதான்.
No creation. Creation is again because to give credit to the intelligence. Tattvam, avladhaan. Because there is intelligence involved. Okay. So that is why we say creation. Actually is only manifestation. What is there only? Sadeva Saumya idam agre asit. Sadeva. And Swamiji used to say, idam agre asit na ippadhaan appam irundhathu. Sadeva can be told Sadalon. Sadeva. Idamevanu sonnaka ippadhaan appam irundhathu. You gave அந்த காலத்துல brick and mortar னு சொன்னேன், இந்த காலத்துல computer னு சொல்றேன். The vastu is the same. No difference. பிரத்யேயா தான் நம்ம பார்க்கறது. வீக் ஃப்ளவர்னு அதுவும் சொல்லிதா. You call it flower. Nothing, there is no thing as such. Only being. Everything else is nama rupa, namni, namani, just for transaction purpose. When there is where there is a creation. Right now, what is the only, the bright screen is the only reality. All the scenes are mithya. Like a movie, padam paakra mari. Na padam kaattranu coachta kuda solluvom nammale. இல்லையா? படம் காட்டுறது தான் லைஃப். கிளவர் மேன்ஸ் பிளஃப். அதெல்லாம் வந்து in the sense once you are clear about it, you must grow into it and you have to live it. The thing, it's not a question of just discussing. You have to live it. You can't betray that learning by behaving differently with other people. Samadarshanam. All those things you have to live it again. Question of living. It is not learning is complete only when you live it. Fire is burning, you live it. Nobody, you don't have to remember. Yeah, this living is like fire. That is why this is called fire, representing fire. Learning is like fire. It should be அப்படியே பற்றிக்கணும்.
ஸோ செகண்ட் கொஸ்டின் இஸ் 4 மகா வாக்கியம் நம்ம உபனிஷத்து இருக்கு. ஸோ வி ஹவ் கம் ப்ரீவியஸ்லி வி ஸ்டடிட் 2 உபனிஷத்ஸ். மாண்டூக்கியா வந்து அயமாத்மா பிரம்மா, அப்புறம் ஃபியூ மந்த்ஸ் பேக் வி ஸ்டடிட் ஐத்திரேய உபனிஷத் பிரக்ஞான பிரம்மா. இப்போ சாந்தோக்கியா வந்து தத்துவமசி, அண்ட் ஃபியூச்சர் வி மிட் சே பிரதர் அகம் பிரம்மா. ஸோ இதில் ஏதாவது ப்ரொக்ரெஷன் வே இன் விச் வி ஸ்டடி த உபனிஷத் திஸ் இஸ் இந்த மகா வாக்கியம் அந்த மாதிரி டிபெண்டிங் இஸ் தர்?
ப்ரொக்ரெஷன் பார்த்தா பிரகதாரண்யக்கா அண்ட் ஒடிக்கால் மாண்டூக்கியா லாஸ்ட், கத்தோபனிஷத் தைத்திரியம் அதெல்லாம் முன்னாடி. தட் இஸ் த ப்ரொக்ரெஷன். தட் இஸ் ஹவ் Pujya Swamiji used to teach and all that. And I find it also logical, because way in which I have gone through the whole thing is like that only.
Thank you.
See, one thing you can see in the Mahavakyas, why they say only 4 Mahavakyas? Tattvamasi, Ayam Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, and the fourth one is Aham Brahmasi, Tattvamasi, Ayam Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma. இதில் எல்லாத்துலேயும் why Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma we had discussed yesterday, why it is not told Mahavakya? Though it's a Mahavakya, if you understand everything is a Mahavakya. Satyam, kind of Upanishad, Satyam, Ayat, last 2 words are Satyam Ayatanam, Satyam Param Dhimahi. So Satyam is also, wherever Satyam is involved, Mahavakyam, that's what Swamiji used to say. Satyam is enough to teach, that's what he used to say. But why? Because in all these 4 Mahavakyas, Atma is involved. Only Atma you can know. That's what I was telling yesterday. Here and now, you, all of us, the awareful being, ரைட் நவ் நம்ம பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கும்போது நான் என்னோடய மனசு, உடம்பு, மூளை, என்னோடய எமோஷன்ஸ்லாம் எப்படி இருக்குது, என்னை பார்த்து நீங்கள் எப்படி ரெஸ்பாண்ட் பண்ணுறது, அதே மாதிரி நீங்களும் உங்களை பார்க்குற அந்த பீயிங் இருக்கே உள்ள, ரைட் நவ் தட் இஸ் பூர்ணம் பிரம்ம, தட் இஸ் ஆத்மா. அந்த ஆத்மா இன்வால்வ் ஆனதுனால தான் இந்த 4 வாக்கியத்துக்கும் மகா வாக்கியம் சொல்கிறாங்க. பிகாஸ் இம்மீடியட், யூ டோன்ட் லுக் ஃபார் இட், லுக் அரவுண்ட். இந்த பிரம்மாங்கிற சப்தம் வந்து இட் இஸ் ஒன்லி டு பிகாஸ் சி டு ஆத்மா அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது த ஹோல் பிரபஞ்சம் ஹேஸ் டு பி வேலிடேட்டட். அப்போ வேலிடேஷன் பண்ணும்போது பிரம்மன் கம்ஸ் இன் டு பிக்சர். தென் ஃபைனலி தே சே யூ ஆர் ஆத்மா அண்ட் பிரம்மன், தென் சர்வாத்மா பாவா. சர்வாத்மா பாவானா பிரம்மன் ஆல்சோ ஃபைனலி யூ ஆர். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் யூ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் வாட் இஸ் யுவர் ரியாலிட்டி, and then in that you see the Sarvatma Bhava. Then at that time there is no differentiation between Brahman and Atma. Brahmatma, then you will start talking about Pratyagatma. So Mandukya Upanishad talks about lot about Pratyagatma, Pratyagatma, Pratyagatma. Why? Because Pratyag, Nida Brahman. Initially, till the time you don't understand, you may, you may gloss over. எல்லாத்துக்கும் எது கேட்டாலும் somebody I told in one of the classes, Tattvavidananda went to a student's room in the ashram. I think I told. And student, என்னப்பா பண்ணுறேன்னா, நான் குக் பண்ணிட்டுருக்கேன். என்னதை குக் பண்ண? பிரம்மனை குக் பண்ணுறேன். உப்மா பண்ணிட்டுருக்கான். He said, he told, don't be frivolous. That sort of a thing can happen. அதனால தான் initially they don't. You have to really get to understand. In the sense, you must be able to live it. Live the learning. On my situation, the differentiation is not there. That's why it's Mahavakyam. Once you understand. Yeah.
Hari Om. My question is actually, we go through these studies on Vedanta for a long time. Okay. So, is there any method to assess self? Whether how far, means whether we are in the right, going, of course, Guruji will be taking care. Self-assessment, any method is available, number 1. Number 2, how we'll understand that we have gained that knowledge? Any symptom or anything where you can say that we have gained that knowledge?
Yeah, basically what the love is oneness. Oneness or the manifestation is love. Love without any agenda. whether you are able to exhibit in all your transactions. That we don't have to tell others, we know how much, whether I have an agenda, whether I am having an attachment, whether I am dependent emotionally. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati, you would have heard one of the Upanishad. So, the Atmanastu kamaya, even Bhagavad Gita says Atma upamyena, ஒரு இடத்துல ஆத்ம உபம்யன ஜென்ரலாக நம்ம சொல்லுவோம் ஒன்றவாதி எல்லாரையும் நினைன்னு. ஆனால் பகவான் வாடி சேஸ் ஆத்ம உபம்யன, he assumes that you understand, because சயின்ஸ் சாப்டருக்குலாம் முடிச்சுட்டு வந்திருக்காரு. ஸோ ஆத்மான்னு நீ ஒன்றை பார்க்கும்போது எல்லாரும் ஆத்மா தான். அப்போ then there won't be any since your values automatically are in place, because you are Atma and everyone also is Atma right now. So how can you differentiate? Samadarshanam will come once you are very intimately understood that Atma is my reality, not so and so. So and the reality as long as it grows on you, you will be able to be loving to people. You will not be, even if somebody tells something, okay, he is telling because he has perceived whatever I have done is not good for him or something, that he is not he is not hurting me or not hitting me or something. He is getting a situation in which he feels that I have put him in. So you have to look at the situation and see whether you can rectify and all that. So the alert living, basically, apramatta is again another word. Apramatta is no pramadam. Pramadamna no lackadaisical living. Alert living, all the time, moment to moment, alert living, loving nature, giving automatically. Because there is nothing to hold back, because you know very well, you are cognitively understand that Atma which in here, which does not have a chatta particular, pant particular, பூர்ணமாக இருக்குது, அதுக்கு doesn't really need anything. அப்படிங்கிறதுல ஒரு சத்தியம் இருக்கிறதுனால something goes, something comes, doesn't really matter. So that will not interfere with your relationship of being loving to people. So அதெல்லாம் benchmark. You can see how far you are able to take everything with a smile. அதெல்லாம் will tell you. விவகாரத்தில் தெரிஞ்சிடும். That is where advantage in Grahastha. You are dealing with so many people, you will know where you stand.
Pranam Swamiji to Guru Parampara as well. நம்ம சுஷுப்தி அவஸ்தாவில் வந்துட்டு we say that the entire thing is merged, resolve ஆகுது. So what that is lying in the bed is actually the consciousness, in the sense leaving out the body part of it. But ஆனால் ஏந்திரிக்கும் போது அந்த அதே தாட் இருக்கிறதில்ல. We don't really recognize that. அது ஏன் ஒன்றுமே தெரியலன்னு சொல்லிடுறோமே, ஏன்? Why is that?
Because during sleep, your antakarana is not active. In the sense that you are one with Ishvara, one with Brahmangra, and the conscious learning, cognitive learning does not happen in sleep. Without learning, the reality is whether you are awake or whether you are asleep, you are Brahmangra, the reality. But the reality has to be cognized. Then only you can recognize. Cognition is not recognition is not going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, no, cognize. You don't sleep, you don't do any cognition in sleep. So that is why even though you are with Ishvara, you get up with your earlier cognition. You recognize when you went to sleep what you were, you get up the same way. Can't help it. But sleep is a very good varaprasadam for us to tell what are you looking for in
nature.
life. That is what I want to be. So you can say, no, I am happy, I am satisfied. But you will know that the sort of purnatvam I have in sleep, I am not getting it in. How to make it happen? So that will keep you going. So dream, sleep, எல்லாமே பகவானே பண்ணி கொடுத்த திருஷ்டாந்தா for life. வெளியிலேருந்து திருஷ்டாந்தம் வேண்டாம். See, such a beautiful, such a compassionate manifestation. See, you are the prabhavam, you are the human being is the fulcrum of the whole. Bhagavan, Bhagavan is depending on you to run the show. I am telling you that. So we are all Ishvara's associates, Swamiji always used to say. Father and mother are Ishvara's associates. Human being, there is no human sense. Of course, we all one, the Ishvara, Bhagavan, the Nama, at the end of the day, Nama only. So, but why it helps us to understand the Purnatvam of our being. அவ்வளோதான். அது எப்படின்னு அனுபவம் அனியா மகத்துவம் மகியான்னு போது when you say when you anuron aniyanaka, if you keep on reducing the particle, finally you will come to the stage where being alone, there is no particle, there is no thing. Science cannot say that because it doesn't have empirical data to prove that. So they have to stop as we are still finding. Whereas rishis have told, you are being. So even the smaller the particle, vispotak, when it explodes, it has much more matter and energy, it spews out much more matter and energy compared to an atom. Atom compared to the nucleus. Nucleus compared to the hydrogen, when it explodes, it gives out more matter and energy in much more voluminous manner. The same logic applied பண்ணும்போது Shruti Anukula Tarkam use பண்ணும்போது being, when it explodes, this is what reality is. This Jagat is nothing but an explosion of being.
Understand. Okay.
That is why it cannot be called nothingness, it is always fullness. Emptiness and fullness, we can say, in terms of, we can say that, but it doesn't, fullness is correct. Why emptiness? Because fullness alone is what we see. Whole, the Jagat, Jayati, Gachati, the Jagat is only what you call, because you bring in time and space parameters. Whereas in the presence, at the moment presence is only reality. Appo, you don't need any chapakate. This is how reality is. You don't need Maya, you don't need anything. This is how reality is. This is what you see. Next moment, this is what you see. This is how it is. Idam agre asit. Last moment, this moment. Last moment is gone. Now this moment is the reality. Next moment, this moment is the reality. By the time I finish the word reality, it has changed. But change is only with reference to time and space. But time and space itself is creation. So what is? So Sadeva. Sadeva நம்ம பார்க்க ஆரம்பிச்சாச்சுன்னா we don't need any prop. We don't need any theory, concept, Brahmana, Mayava, அதெல்லாம் அவசியம் இல்லை. தெரிகிற வரைக்கும் அவசியம். Because we have to explain, communicate. But once we come to the stage where you see everything as being, Satyam, you are comfortable. Whatever happens, this is what it is. This is what it is. This is what it is. Presence, the being. Then you will appreciate what you are in sleep is what you are in the waking. Dirgha Sopnam. Prabodha Samaye. That is Kai Prabodha Samaye. You are really waking up only, that is waking up. Till that time you are like a zombie only when you are moving in the world. You think that you are, because everyone is like a zombie, so all of us pass each other as normal. Whereas every one of us is a zombie till the time we understand. That is why person who knows is in the day, you are in the night. Gita. And Mandikarika, Dirgha Sopnam, Nidralayam, that is your waking state, he says. It's not dream. Dirgha Sopnam and Nidralayam is your waking state. So, waking and dream is a difference. Which is reality? Either sleep or your understanding. Sleep la neenga sonna maadhi theriyadilla. So understanding is only reality. தெரிஞ்சதுன்னா ஓகே, ஸ்லீப்பும் நல்லது தான்.
தேங்க்யூ Swami.
Thank you.
When we practice Karma Yoga in this Janma,
we get this samatva bhavana. So what additional thing we get out of that? Additional benefits.
No, additional benefit no pata. See, the entire karma yoga, why you call it karma yoga? Because it prepares, it's a preparatory for us to get to a situation, your mind is ready for learning, going into the studies. When you sit and study, you are not getting distracted. So the internal infrastructure, the maturity, that the buoyancy, how quickly you are able to, though வேலை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம் முடிஞ்சது, then you come, you have got free time, you must be able to sit and study. Irrespective of what is happening in that, இந்த வேலை பண்ணதுல plus minus இருக்கலாம். It may have a repercussion which may not be very comfortable. But anyway, when it comes, you will face it. But now that you have got the free time, you must be able to go and study. அதுதான் சமத்துவம். Whatever happens, உண்டானதே செய், முடிஞ்சதை செய். Even முடிஞ்சதுன்னு கூட சொல்ல முடியாது, உண்டானதே செய். Because முடிஞ்சதுன்னா உனக்கு என்ன தெரியும், what is your capability is, Bhagavan knows. So just keep doing whatever is to be done. So karmana tam abhyarchya siddhim vindati manava. That is a benefit. Benefit nu paathalna karma yoga. If you have the clear understanding approach, it is the only benefit is it helps you to be buoyant and get back to studies, shastra, from work to life. Like last time we were telling, work-life balance. Get to life. Work is anywhere there. You will keep doing it. You don't have to really. Since as the understanding grows on you, you will not really. Since work is work, whatever plus minus, Laukikam, Vaidikam, professional, personal, whatever you can, you will keep doing. That's it. You are not going to shirk, because there is no agenda for you to shirk. Because you are not looking for anything gaining or losing. Your only thing is that you want to have a balance of mind where you can sit and study, where you can be with you, yourself. When that is what is guiding you, other things really will not, it is unlikely that you will be a dharmic. That is why Shastra does not talk about an adharmic person when it comes to Shastra. It is given that you will be a dharmic person because you don't have an agenda. So karma yoga, dharmic, you will be a dharmic person, you will be buoyant, you will not hit the ceiling or you will not become depressed. You don't need all the therapy and all, you don't need, because Bhagavan is your super therapist. All those things are benefits of karma yoga.
Thanks. I mean, this is a dharmic related question. இப்போ நமக்கு இப்போ blood donation கொடுக்குறோம். Science accepts you can donate blood without losing. We consider as noble act. அதே மாதிரி organ donation கூட kidneys ஒன்று donate பண்ணலாம் இது. But traditional சாஸ்திரால it's prohibited because they say you don't own the body. You are not supposed to. I do not know, but that's the traditional approach. But science says you give the blood கொடுக்கறனால ஒன்றும் in fact healthy, அதே மாதிரி kidney ஒன்று donate பண்ணுறதுனால இது, and it's also benefits. So what is your opinion? What's Pujya Swamiji, did he have any opinion on this, in the Madri organ donation or blood donation?
No, the only thing is recently also Swami Ramesvarananda was asked the question at Silasberg. He was asked this question. But he said it's all purely depending on the individual. Slang, even the legally also, even US American organ donation is individual's consent is important. As long as you decide, whatever sense, you decide to donate, you look at it as helping somebody, you know very well somebody's life can be saved because of your helping that, because a live organ, if it is available, another person. So if you decide, if you agree to it, we can go ahead. There is no Shastra does not preclude or, but the individual's consent, the person who dies, his consent is the most important part of it. If he has the consent, we can donate. That's what he also told, and I think there is a rationale also. And as far as that this thing is concerned, even when we get the ashes and all, what we do, we make, I have done for my mother. When we do the get the ashes, கை கால்லாம் நம்ம வந்து அந்த கிடக்கிற போனை வச்சுட்டு பண்ணுறோம். பண்ணி ஒரு ஆவாகனம் பண்ணி அதுக்கு ஒரு சம்பூஜை பண்ணுறோம் ஆஃப்டர். ஸோ தட் வே எனிவே யூ கேன் டூ இட். லைக் நம்ம மாவிளக்கு மாப்படுறோம், அது மாதிரி எல்லாம் தான் சென்ஸ் யூ கேன் உருவகம் பண்ணி மனுஷனாக உருவகம் பண்ணி பூஜை பண்ணி அதுக்கு உண்டான கிரியா பண்ணால் இட் வில் கோ டு த பர்சன். ஆல் ஆரோப்பா தானே, பகவானுக்கு தெரியும். இது த வாட் யூ கால் the soul which has left is more intelligent. It will easily absorb whether you are ஸ்ரத்தையோட பண்ணுறியா, எப்படி பண்ணாலும் ஒத்துக்கும்.
So basically the intention behind the act.
ஆமாம், வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். அந்த அதுக்குண்டான இதெல்லாம் இருக்குது, நம்ம சாமகிரிலாம் இருக்குது. இட்ஸ் நாட் நெசசரி தட் யூ மஸ்ட் கெட் த பாடி. வி டோன்ட் கெட் இட் ஹானஸ்ட்லி ஸ்பீக்கிங். when we get the ashes, அங்கேருந்து எடுத்து சம் போன்ஸ் எடுத்து இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிக்கிறோம். அதே வந்து மேக் இட், அதுக்கு தலை இதெல்லாம் பண்ணி அப்போ பண்ணணும். அப்படி இருக்கிறதே வாட் டிஃபரன்ஸ் இட் மேக்ஸ்.
Hari Om Swami. My question is, after studying this Vedanta, not now for many years, my bhakti seemed to have a second seat or something like a little bit indifferent attitude. I am not sure whether it is the right thing to do.
Yeah, that bhakti has been explained this very nicely, no, in Gita itself. Artha bhakti, artharthi bhakti, mumukshu, vignasu bhakti, jnani bhakti. Jnani bhakti, Bhagavan says, jnani tu atmaiva memaya. This is நானும் ஞானி ஒன்றுப்பா, யாவது என்னோட பக்தி, நானும் அவனும் ஒன்று தான். அந்த பக்தி உத்தமமான பக்தி. ஸோ இஃப் யூ ஆர் ரியலி in the sense you think that you are progressing towards oneness, the ananya bhakti, what you call the ananya bhakti, if you are getting it, you don't have to judge yourself on the basis of the rituals and the puja or going to temple visit or all that. On that basis you don't have to judge yourself whether you are a bhakta or not. So because the progress is towards oneness, ananya bhakti. Throughout Gita, throughout 7th chapter, when Yushra is introduced, the mattaha anyaha na, நானும் நீயும் ஒன்று அப்படின்னு பகவான் சொல்கிறார். நம்ம ஒத்துக்கிறோமோ இல்லையோ. So as long as we progress in that direction, your bhakti is safe. You don't have to worry about all that. Yeah.
Yes.
Hari Om Swamiji. We saw that karma yoga gives samatvam. But we also see in Gita that one jnani lakshana is also samatvam. So is it like with the...
Yeah, karma, actually that's why, the karma yoga, karma yogi and jnani is equated. Only the lifestyle difference. And sarva karma sannyasa, the understanding is there for, as far as Gita is concerned, for both karma yogi as well as jnani. So it's all at what level you are, it's all. If you are really true karma yogi, samatvam will be there, and you are a karma yogi jnani, that's all. And another is sannyasi jnani. In the sense, in terms of Bhagavan, he doesn't differentiate, he says it's possible. But as I was telling, he also says very clearly, sarva karma sannyasa is there is no choice in that. Whether it's karma yogi or a sannyasa lifestyle. So when you are a sarva karma sannyasi, samatvam is given.
And then he has to undergo jnana yoga also.
Yeah, in the sense, when we talk about karma yoga is only for a mumukshu.
Okay.
Mumukshu is a jignasu. There is no question of not seva. Working without salary is not karma yoga. That is all okay. We get some punyam, no doubt. And punyam we are not interested. We have Prada Smarami has told clearly, papam includes punyam. Actually there is no ruchi in punyam and all. It's all connected. We are not interested. We are all beyond that.
Yeah.
Hari Om Swami. How to understand Drishti Srishti Vada and Srishti Drishti?
In the sense, basically, you start with Drishti Srishti Vada and then Srishti Drishti Vada. Drishti Srishti Vada is it is because I think. Somebody, some foreigner also told. It is, I think, therefore it is. Whereas, it is, therefore I think. That is logical, right? It is, therefore I think. Something, I think. It is first, then I think. But, when it comes to the final understanding, both are drishti, srishti drishti vada as well as drishti srishti vada. What is involved is drishti. Okay, so drishyatvat mithya. So whatever is drishyam is mithya. Whether it is drishti srishti or srishti drishti. In the sense, in a dream, everything you see inside. But in waking, we think we are seeing something outside. There is nothing outside, honestly speaking. But if I am holding this, I think I am touching this. I am not touching, honestly speaking. That is an impulse that goes to my brain. The neurons gives a sensation that of touch. That sensation of touch I see in my mind. So I call it I am touching. Actually, there is nothing outside, there is nothing touching. Everything is happening inside. Like even in the dream. So, antastam, whole. Antarbahishya sarvam narayanasthidaha. So, antastam da. So, drishti happens where? In the mind. Okay, the whole world, the whole living is on the basis of this antastam. So, in that, they are one and the same. But, definitely, you start with Drishti Srishti and then you move to Srishti Drishti. That is graduation in terms of understanding. So, it's very obvious that you can't say that just because I see it is. No, it is, therefore I think. So, that is how you have to look at it.
So this is regarding Vedantic study, but it sounds silly also, but anyway, when we Shravanam listening to the teacher and talks, which we do. But now we have a lot of printed material, and I myself enjoy Acharya Ji, Kekaren Swami Paramarthanda Kekaren, but Pujya Swamiji's written works in the complete Bhagavad. So in the Padikar, so it's reading, it's not actually, is it also considered as a part, because I enjoy very much, I contemplate and every page padichite till time I, because Shastrathil வந்து Shravanam தான் சொல்லிருக்கு, listening. But reading, what is your take on, is reading a part of, that is one question. அதுக்கப்புறம் அடுத்தது என்னன்னாக்க மெத்தடாலஜி, பிகாஸ் இப்போ ஒவ்வொரு டைம் எவ்ரி டெக்ஸ்ட் இப்போ நமக்கு சாந்தோக்கியம் ஆகிட்டுருக்கு. இப்போ பார்த்தா மற்ற இப்போ ஸோ வி ஹேவ் லாட் ஆஃப் டெக்ஸ்ட் டு பி ஸ்டடிட். ஸோ ஹவு டு வி ஒரு டெக்ஸ்ட்டை தரவாக படிச்சுட்டு இன்னொன்று போகணுமா, ஆர் பேரலலி கேன் வி ஸ்டடி வேரியஸ் டெக்ஸ்ட் சைமல்டேனியஸ்லி? ஹவு டு, பிகாஸ் எவ்ரி இயர் வி ஆர் ஹேடிங் லாட் ஆஃப் டெக்ஸ்ட் டிபெண்ட் இருக்கு. ஸோ ஹவு டு வி கோ அபவுட் ஸ்டடி?
So as far as Shastra Acharya Upadesa, that's what is told clearly. Shastram you have to learn and through the guidance of an Acharya. For that I was explaining also, as I was telling, the sense you were in this particular understanding, the knower is kept aside, because the knower is totally is Pancha Pramanam and Panchendriya, whatever he has learned through all the janmas only is the sum total of that, the knower, what we have, what we come with, what we have grown till the time we come to Shastra. So the knower, if he has to unlearn whatever he has known and then he has to learn by himself, it will take another janma, minimum. So what the Bhagavan says, that apohanancha, there is one vibhuti for all of us. In the sense, we can suspend whatever we have learnt and whatever the pramata can be kept suspended. The sense, the knower can be kept suspended. And now the buddhi is there, the teaching is there, Shravanam. It has to get aligned. Who will make that alignment happen? Only the Guru. Pramata is replaced by the Guru initially. That is why you have to start with the Guru. That is why personal learning and meeting even off instead of just offline. First, at least on director, you have to start with some Guru, and with whom you have the Shraddha, with whom he lives that learning. Whatever he says, he lives. அப்படிங்கிற ஸ்ரத்தா இருக்கணும். And then what he says, and he must be able to look at you as Shishya. In the sense, you must be ready. Otherwise, since he is a compassionate person, he will not, when you are not ready, he will not put on your head certain things. He will make you ready first. So for all that purpose, he must know you. So that the trust has to be, that is why that all that Saganavavatu, all those, you pray for both the teacher and yourself. Let him have the right focus on me. He may know a lot, but when he teaches me, he must know, what I need to know. அதெல்லாம் தெரியணும் அவருக்கு இல்லையா? ஸோ அதுதான் அவளையும் சேர்த்து ப்ரே பண்ணிக்குவாங்க. Everywhere our prayer includes both the Guru and Shishya. So for that reason you need to start with a Guru. In the sense, Guru has to replace your knower, Pramata. In this particular knowledge, without Guru you cannot, because your knower is totally kept aside. At the end of it, knower will be slowly, you are not there, only Ishvara is. And the Madi situation, that is the final. But in between, the knower also will be only just to do your day-to-day life and all the Matta Vyavaharam Mandrathukku. For this learning, the Pramata is kept aside, and the Guru and your newer and cognitive understanding, the learning will keep growing. In spite of the Pramata being what he is. You may still get angry for some time, but slowly those things will come down because you don't give that importance. In the sense, you have understood that there is a person, there is a being which is beyond the person. So அதெல்லாம் அந்த பர்சனுக்கு உண்டான இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸை கம்மி பண்ணுறதுக்கு Guru is a must to start with. And slowly, as you say, once now everything is available, I agree, but you have to reach a threshold level where you have got that total Shraddha in that teaching, in this understanding, you traverse that path where you will not get distracted thereafter, then other things will help. And again, in terms of in terms of the texts and all that, anything that reinforces this, the initial, the breakthrough with the Guru, what you have got in terms of the reality, in terms of what is the Atma, அப்படிங்கிறதுல ஒரு ஆபாத்தத்தை ஞானம், that is initial understanding, that has to keep growing. There they should not create any vikalpas, doubts and all. They should not get distracted. So any text which will help in that direction you must take. It should not become too much Sanskrit oriented or in terms of Tarka Shastra. Swamiji always used to avoid Tarka Shastra and all that. We will talk about Abhava and go. In the sense, we are talking about the Purnatvam and the being, and he is talking about Abhava, and you make a Nyaya out of it. It will all distract you. So you should not go for Tarka Shastra and all that. He used to say. So best is, anyway, fortunately in our Paramarthananda and everywhere, we all have a certain sequence of texts and all that. Stick to that. Actually, like Prakarana, Tattvabodha, Drittisya Viveka, then later stages at Advaita Makaranta, Viveka Chudamani. So many Prakaranas are there apart from Upanishads and Gita and all. Stick to that. It will reinforce. In the sense, most important part is you should, in the sense, you must be able to claim that the reality which you are Atma, Acha, Brahma, what you are talking about, Atma and Brahman are one and the same, whatever Mahavakya, whatever it is. It should grow in our cognition, as well as in our living. So anything that supports that, anything that enhances that, is the sequence you should follow. But there is no hard and fast, it all depends on the individual. Some texts, depending on the language understanding, Tamil, English, who talks, Sanskrit, all those things are there involved. But my understanding, this is how I have gone about, in the sense, the central theme of life, you are the, in the sense you are the being. அப்படிங்கிறதுல ஒரு சத்தியம் இருக்கு. அதை என்ஹான்ஸ் பண்ணுற எந்த டீச்சிங்கும் அது ஹெல்ப்.
ஹரி ஓம் சுவாமிஜி. இப்போது அகம் பிரம்மாஸ்மி அப்படின்னு அந்த ஃபுல் கம்ப்ளீட் கன்விக்ஷனோட நாலேஜோட ஒரு ஞானி அடுத்த ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ் அதெல்லாம் பண்ணும்போது அவருக்கு பாவ புண்ணியம் சேராமல் அடுத்த பிறவி இல்லாமல் இருக்கலாம்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. இப்போது அனதர் பர்சன் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் அவரும் இந்த மாதிரி ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ் எல்லாத்தையும் ஈடுபட்டு நான் பண்ணுறேன் அப்படிங்கிறதெல்லாம் தெரியாமல் ஒரே ஒரு டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் என்னென்னா, நான் இந்த பாடி மைண்ட் சோல் நான் இல்லை அப்படிங்கிறத நாலேஜில் போகாமல் கம்ப்ளீட்டாக பக்தியிலையோ எல்லாமே அவரும் ஈஸ்வரார்ப்பணமாக பண்ணுறார், நான் பண்ணல அப்படின்னு கொஞ்சம் கூட நினைக்கல. ஒரே ஒரு டிஃப்ரென்ஸ், அங்கே தாசோகம், அங்கே அந்த துவைத்தம் இருக்குது. அப்போ அவரும் ஈஸ்வரார்ப்பணமாக தானே கம்ப்ளீட் எல்லாத்தையும் பண்ணும்போது, பட் அவருக்கு மட்டும் பாவ புண்ணியம் சேருமா, அவருக்கு மறுபிரிவு உண்டா?
In the sense, when you, as you say, that ஈஸ்வரார்ப்பணமாக எல்லாம் பண்ணுறாரு, பக்தியாக பண்ணுறாருன்னா அவருக்கு பாவம் பண்ணப்படுறாரு, டெஃபினட்டாக புண்ணியம் தான் பண்ணப்படுறாரு. And புண்ணியம் will accumulate as long as he thinks that he is separate from dasa dasi bhavam. So punya will accumulate. So he will get a better birth, better lot. He will be put in a more conducive situation where he will get a guru, where he will be able to tell you, you will allow Patrapa, you are a Purnam, you and me are one and the same, no Bhagavane. He will get a person, right person, because he will anyway, because he is not going to do any papa. Why he should do that? So Nargadita, there is no doubt about that. So it's good in a way. That is why, as far as Vedanta is concerned, we don't, we include, we are all in the queue. Amma Vartma eva anuvartante, Bhagavan himself says. இப்படி இருக்கிறவனா அவனும் க்ளோசஸ்ட் தான் எனக்கு அப்படின்னு தான் சொல்கிறார் பகவான். இந்த மாதிரி பக்தியாக இருக்கிறவங்களும் எனக்கு க்ளோஸ் தான், வெரி க்ளோஸ் டு மீ. இட் டசன்ட் எக்ஸ்க்ளூட் anyone. Everyone is in the queue. Once you know, you will not, you will be. Once you know, you will be. It's not that you will be, that's all. The being தான் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். பீயிங்னா நான் பகவான் ஒன்றுங்கிற பாவம். சென்ஸ் ஐக்கியம்னு கூட சொல்லக்கூடாது, ஏக பாவம். There is no aikyam, there is only one.
Last question.
Swamiji, இப்போ சகுண ஈஸ்வரா நிர்குண ஈஸ்வரா உபாசனா பண்ணாமல் டைரெக்டாக வேதாந்திக் மெடிடேஷன் போகணும்.
Yeah, in the sense, upasana, karma is part of the karma kanda only. Upasana is meditation. It's a discipline, like for you to have the ekagrata buddhi and chalana milava, adukosara meditation, upasana. But once you have that enough understanding about the whole thing and you are meditator, you are meditating on the being, that is called contemplation, that is nididhyasana, next level. So once you are getting into that level, thereafter you must continue with nididhyasana only. Upasana as a meditation, as a discipline, you are already beyond that. That is why, having done all that only, you are able to come to understanding and you are able to contemplate. When you are sitting and contemplating on the being, you must be able to, in the sense, you are, it is what you call, it is meditating on the meditator, your reality. Your reality, if you have the understanding, it will be much more easier to contemplate rather than a japa or mala or something, where that is only helping in ensuring that there is no distraction, nama and all that. Yes, contemplation is anytime. Nididhyasana doesn't talk, Vedanta does not talk about meditation as a technique. It talks about only nididhyasana, contemplation. Sravana manana nididhyasana nu solra.
Hari Om Swamiji. இது இப்போ குரு பக்தி வேணும்னு சொல்கிறாரு, அதை எப்படி நாங்கள் வந்து அவளுக்கு வெளிக்காட்ட முடியும்? ஒன்லி பை டூயிங் நமஸ்காரமா, இல்லை வேறு ஏதாவது சேவை? இப்போ வந்து அந்த காலத்தில் தான் குரு சேவான்னு போய் பண்ண முடியாது. இப்போ அந்த மாதிரி இல்லாத போது ஹவு வி கேன் ஷோ அவர் கிராட்டிடியூட் டு குரு?
அதுதான் அந்த வந்து சிஸ்ரூஷான்னு சொல்கிறாங்க ஒரு வேர்டு. பேசிக்லி சிஸ்ரூஷா மீன்ஸ் ஸ்ரோத்துமிச்சா. அதில் வந்து சம்பிரத்யாஸ் ஐ செட் that you must be a reverential student in terms of the teaching. That is all blessed, that will only please the Guru more than your seva namaskara. That you understand, that you are really having the shraddha, you have got the love and enthusiasm for the teaching. அப்படிங்கிறதுல ஸ்ரத்தா காமிக்க, that is the real Guru Vandanam. Guru Vachanam is more important than Guru Vandanam.
Thank you.
Oh yes, thank you. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.